Take 2. Thank you. This is week 7 of the Artist Diaries. So I've just completed week 6, and I wasn't all that involved with my daily planning for the week, for week 6, which I understand. I understand why, and I did some reflecting. I did some reflecting on week 6 before commencing week 7. Today is Monday. So this is my reflection of week 6. And I just acknowledge that I've been a little down and out, as I've put it here. My body spent Saturday and Sunday aggressively resting. I cannot remember the last time I slept for that long. Just like I won't be doing that. I can't remember the last time I slept that long forever. So I put Saturday and Sunday was spent aggressively resting. I've avoided video diarying because I don't like the way my mind has created dialogues of what I would be saying in the video. And I mean, I know what I mean by that. It's off-putting to me if I unintentionally, because it's not like it's practicing. If I'm going to practice something, I'm going to practice something. If something, I don't want to say spiraling, because it's a bit different, but it's like unintentional noise in my head, and I don't like that. So when that started happening in relation to this, I sort of, it put me off. It was off-putting to me. What have I put here in the video? But I've ignored that this is where I get to shift, where I get to hit record and speak and give myself clarity in doing so. But it's good for me. I'm in recognition of my energy and where it is focused creatively, and that there is only so much I am capable of giving it to. Only so much it can be put into at once. Creative exertion requires rest. I know that, and I don't feel burnt out, which I'm really grateful for. And like, that's why I just, when I was sleeping on Saturday and Sunday, every time I woke up, I was just like, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Like, if I can't, like, if I've had periods where like sleeping has been really fucking hard for me, so it's like when I have these periods where I'm just like being called towards this rest, I'm just like, period, like, I'll give it to you, girl. If you close your eyes and you can sleep, do it. Like, we'll go for it. So I don't feel burnt out, which is nice. With music, I'm giving myself time, because I work, like I put here, just because I work, create, learn quickly, I'm not looking to make something. Just because I work, create, learn quickly, I'm not looking to make something I love and then want to destroy again. Because I've been there, I've done that. I want to take time with some creations and then feed others with my impulsive nature. The realization has brought me back to a place of contentment. A place where I can determine what is essential for me today. A place that grows discipline alongside permission, because those two things are of equal importance. I'm proud of what I've made, and I'm excited to continue working on it from this place. I'm excited to learn new skills traditionally and experimentally, and I'm grateful for the foundation I've set for this through an intensive, relentless, authentic process of creativity / creation. I'm remembering that this reflection is key to the joy and fulfillment of what I'm doing. When you work on art, there is this line that can be crossed where it stops becoming its original story or reflection of you, and it becomes solely conceptual or something to be analyzed by another. Self-reflection specifically in this way, which is out loud, because I've been writing for so long that I haven't been doing this for so long. And I think I've mentioned in another video that I would do verbal journals and like voice recordings to myself. And when you haven't done that for a long time, but you've been writing for a long time, like it's a whole different ball game speaking out loud than it is to just be journaling things or writing things down. Full sugar, full fat. Yeah, so self-reflection specifically in this way, out loud, helps ground the art with me and within me. I'm going to carve out some time to do that this week. Leave it broad, but leave it intentional. And then that just took me to my week, which, you know, usually starts Sunday, but your girl was asleep for like majority of it. So Monday moon day, I was meant to do something that I haven't done, but that's fine. I've got an event this Thursday, which I'm really excited for. It's for artists at the gallery that I have some work in, and we're doing like it's like Secret Santa but for paintings. So it's like, but you don't have a specific person, so it's like you bring a painting and then it's like wrapped up and everyone brings one. There's like, I think it's like 25 people going, and you take one and then someone takes your painting. So I don't know, I'm really excited. What a good idea though, right? So I hope I get something really fun, fresh and cool, which I will obviously, but yeah, but I was meant to do some of that tonight, but I didn't, but that's okay. And then I have put so I wrote a song called I See You. And it wasn't, and I find this with a lot of my songs that I write, then like, it's not particularly emotional when I write it. It's not particularly emotional when I record it. It's like when it's, well, I don't want to say done, but when it's like when it's been fully sort of fleshed out, is when I listen back to it, that it's like, it starts to hit. But the song I wrote called I See You was like, I listened to it like, I think there was like 4 times that I've listened to it, and I just had this like intense, super intense, like emotional upheaval with it. And it just felt like the most incredible release. That it was almost like a release I'd been waiting for. So I wrote, the song was your most emotional talk, right? Why? I don't know if I'm gonna read out the whole portion of it, but there is something I want to read out from what I've written down. Because I was struggling to write about why it was emotional. I'll go from here. I feel like I spent a really long time only letting my sensitivity benefit, help, and heal other people, and only found it to be a detriment to myself. And that's where the biggest release has been. My sensitivity, empathy, connection to the divine is mine to use first and foremost, to use for my healing, my success, to reinforce my boundaries, to create something for myself. That's why I say I'll cut a good deal with you if I can be real with you, because I can. It's a deal that flows love and authenticity to one another. My ego kept me around the wrong environments, people. My sensitive heart victimized what that meant. Fuck it. I had this fear that I became aware of in the last couple of years. The best way I could explain it was that I was afraid people were able to pick up on the crazy, scary, dark things that would run through my mind. What would that fear be? Only somebody afraid of herself. So at the same time, I think, take a peek, have a look. Let's get uncomfortably scary with ourselves together. Sensitive hearts, strong minds, learning, leaving, loving ourselves alike. I'm grateful to see majorly. I'm grateful to know and connect with people who do too. I love the ways their eyes answer a question of my own or bring insight without judgment. Thank fuck I'm alive. So yeah, that's what we're doing for Monday Moon Day, because it is Moon Day, and the moon's all your internal emotions and relaxing and feeling ourselves, you know. And so I did that, and then I wrote another song tonight, which is a bit of a hard hitter, isn't it? So I've just been spending some time doing that, spending some time with that, and I'm filling up this journal so quickly, man. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Oh, Tuesday's a good one. Tuesday, I've asked myself the question, where have you written or sung from rage? And then okay, I'm leaving it there. I just wanted to add one last message to this, because I didn't write it down. It was just something that I realized a little bit after writing my reflection, doing up my week 7. Week 7, that's crazy, because next week's last week, and it's all aligned with the Lionsgate portal on the 8th of August. Anyway, I'm going off topic here. But the realization I had was, in regards to me not filming or going as hard in terms of my artist diaries, is because I was taking what I had learned and applying it. And that is what was really being put into play the last 2 weeks specifically, and especially. And I was just writing my notes for my description for my YouTube video, and I was like, no, I've got to record this as well. And that is how you show up when you're applying what you've learned is not going to look the same as it did when you were learning. And yeah, that's just a friendly reminder. A friendly reminder. Thanks.